You made it to the origin section of the Taco Tuesday Trifecta. We're fighting Sobek and we're fighting Anubis. Which god is which? I'll let you know right now. I'm Darkstrider the YouTube Assassin. Let's get right into this. So, the two gods that we have are going to be Sobek as our normal mode god and Anubis as our hard mode god. Meaning Anubis is 3 levels higher than our highest level, and meaning that Sobek is our level basically. So as always, we get into the fight, and what you want to do, make sure, number one, you have gear that gives you health every time you strike. That's what I have. If you don't have that kind of gear, then what you're going to need is anything that causes a bleeding effect or a poison effect. The main focus is to take him out as quickly as possible. Now, as you can see, he's got a bunch of hazards. When we get to about a quarter of his health, he whips out his minions. We're going to take him out as quickly as possible. And as you saw, the hazards affect the minions as well. So what we want to do is try to avoid said hazards and just let the minions get those. His hazards include these boils that come out of the ground, that wall that you saw where he throws rocks. He's also got an arrow wall that he throws. And overall, those are really not that hard. You just really have to be able to avoid them. The other thing that you might want to do is get close to him when you see that he's about to bring his minions out, and that way you could really quick at least assassinate 1 or 2 of them and be able to take out the other 3 quickly. The name of the game is to do it quickly, because what ends up happening is that he may throw up some other hazards and you're distracted by those enemies. Now, again, those enemies are affected by the hazards, and the other thing that's kind of crazy is that every time you take one of those minions out, it's also going to affect him. So the minions are his lifelines, and you see those strings kind of that are attached to him. That's why they're there. They're attached to him. They're part of his life force. So about 75%, 50%, and 25% of his health is when he brings these minions out. You definitely want to make sure you've got all these minions down. You don't know how many times I've accidentally missed a minion or 2, ran around, and then I figure out, oh, why isn't this bubble on his chest popping? Because one of the minions is still around. So, again, we're going to take him out quickly, aim for that bubble on his chest, go in circles, arena-style combat. Always, always be aware of your surroundings. Make sure that you're not going outside of the little arena. Otherwise, you'll have to start it all over again. For defeating him, 1,000 XP, 250 drachmi, another 1,000 XP in place of a weapon or item that I would have gotten. Now, again, I made that look easy, but it sometimes isn't, especially depending on your mastery levels. Next, we're going to go take out Anubis. Anubis is our hard mode god, meaning, again, that he is 3 levels higher than we are. Alright? My max level is 55. His max level will be 58. Sobek, you could fight starting around level 40. So if you are level 40 and you're taking on the god fight, then he will also be level 40 because he is the normal mode god. We're going to do the same thing with Anubis here. We're going to go in circles, aim for that bubble, and this guy has a couple of crazy hazards. He's got these hyenas that come out of nowhere, or jackals. He's got these fireballs that he has come out of the ground. You'll see as we're going on. He also has the minions. Again, when we hit 75%, 50%, and 25% of his health. It's not exact, but it's exact. It's kind of close to it. As you can see, he's got these bone cages. You want to get out of those bone cages quick, and you want to be able to immediately find where those minions are. Otherwise, he's going to take you out with those minions as well. We're going to run around, make sure we collect these bags. That gives us more arrows. And we're going to keep taking this guy down as best we can. Definitely keep your eye on the enemies Keep your eye when he's about to have his minions come out. His minions are also affected by the hazards, so use those to your advantage. And again, you really want to have this kind of gear, this healing kind of gear. If you beat one round of the normal mode gods, you'll get the sword, which will give you health on hit, and I believe at some point you'll also get a bow that will do the same. So you definitely want to make sure that you've got those going, that you've got those at the ready. That's going to be the first round. Then you eventually get the shield, the spear, and then you get the armor item. Do it as a second round, you get stronger versions of that. Do the hard mode gods, you get even stronger versions of that. Here you know that he's almost gone when you're fighting his hyenas or jackals, because that's when he's almost at 25%. And again, they affect him, so as you hit them, he's losing health. And again, you want to make sure that you're paying attention to where all those minions are. If you miss one, it'll take you a little while to look and see what's going on. You don't know how many times I've done that, where I've almost lost a fight because I'm wondering why isn't he showing that bubble again, thinking it was glitched. Anyway, he's done too. Another 1000 XP for defeating him, 250 drachma for winning, and another 1000 XP because I already have all the weapons and gear. So from here, we're going to go and we're going to take a trip to see Redda. 1,000+ years before the events of Valhalla. It's going to be fun. Redda's kind of quirky. He always has been. So in every major city, you will find Redda. He will be with a bazaar open up. I mean, he follows you around, it feels like. Now, he has items for you to buy. He has the carbon crystals, and he has these Heka chests. You open the Heka chest, it gives you a legendary or epic item. I strongly suggest not purchasing the carbon crystals because they're kind of worthless. You're going to find them in all the major cities or the major fortresses. Anyway, the other thing that you could do here, but you could do it at any blacksmith as well, is sell off your gear. The thing is that, like, sometimes as he gives you a daily quest, he will give you the same legendary or epic gear that you already have. If it's a level that you're currently at, keep it and get rid of the lower level one. So he's given us the daily quest, recover the merchandise. Basically what we're going to have to do is find these guys, take them out, and then return the stuff to Redda. So it looks like it's going to be really far, so I'm just going to cut over there as close as possible, take them out, and then come back to see Redda. Usually it's a small little encampment with a couple of guys. Sometimes you literally have to go into a fortress. So we want to take these guys out, and then we'll be able to go and get the item. So there we go. That wasn't too hard. We'll go in this cave. There's the item right there. There you go. So that's all he needed, and we're going to go back and see him, and he's going to give us our reward. So here we are back in town. Go and we'll see him. We'll see what we get. 1,500 XP. Oh, that puts me over the top. I'm getting another ability point. And epic item. Antigonus shield. I've already got one of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sell them off. That way, you know, it just makes room and I could use the money for other things. Here we go. Look at all this nonsense I have. Tons of it. I got a bunch of useless stuff. And all the legendaries I have are just the one of each one. That's how many legendaries there were in this game. Phenomenal. Anyway, we'll get rid of all this junk. We'll get rid of the extra shield. And that's all there is to that. And then I'm going to try to figure out where I want to put this ability point. As you can see, I have like a metric butt ton of them. What is that? 340, 50, 60. Wow. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe. It helps this channel out. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, be good, stay safe, take care of each other. I'll see you guys in the next one.